It was a couple days before Halloween. I actually had the next few days off, so after I got off work, I was looking forward to staying up late and enjoying the night. I picked up some fast food on the way home, eating on the couch while watching some Netflix. About 30 minutes into the show, I paused it and got up to throw out the rest of the food that I hadn't finished. I walked into the kitchen and tossed it, but when I turned around, I saw someone standing in my backyard. They were just looking at my house, not really doing anything else. For context, my backyard was small, but fenced in, so there was no way he just stumbled through while taking a shortcut or something. I flipped on the back porch light and slid the door open.
"Hey, what are you doing?"
I yelled at them. With the porch light now on, I could see their face. They were young, probably in their 20s, but had really tired, and for lack of a better word, creepy eyes. They didn't respond to me, so I called out again.
"You need to leave. This is my property."
The guy looked over at me, then casually started walking toward the gate. I made sure they left, going to my front window and watched them walk down the street. Once he had left, I just took a moment to think about what was going on. It was such an odd thing. Why was he even standing in my backyard to begin with? He was just staring at my house for seemingly no reason. I even went as far as to go out into my backyard and stand in the same place he was, looking up at my house to see what he could have been looking at, but there really wasn't anything. I went back inside and tried to forget it. I didn't really know what else to do. I poured myself a drink and sat back down, playing the show. I'd finished the episode and just started the next one, so maybe 20 minutes had gone by before I heard a few subtle footsteps running in my backyard, followed by a thud against my house. I stood up and ran to the kitchen, seeing that same guy, now against my back door. He was pushing his body against it and aggressively trying to pull it open. I grabbed the handle just in case he somehow got through the lock, but seeing the rage in his eyes close up was horrifying. I backed away and got my phone, calling the police as I stood in the kitchen and watched this guy continue trying to get in. But then, he just stopped. He stared at me through the glass door, breathing heavily and still having that crazed look in his eyes. Then he walked back to the gate, but this time he didn't walk away. He stayed somewhere on the side of the house, like he was hiding. I constantly went back and forth from all the windows, waiting for the police to arrive and hoping the guy didn't try anything else. 5 minutes went by with no sounds or movement before a police car showed up. Right away, I heard footsteps running from the side of the house, but not away from the house. They ran back up to the door, trying to force it open again. They chose to attempt breaking in again, rather than taking their chances running away. Obviously, police were able to get him in the act, and after a quick struggle, they got him cuffed and into the car. When questioned, it was very apparent that the guy was under the influence of something heavy, and it was later confirmed with some tests. Despite questioning him that night, and in the following days when he was sober, the man never gave actual reasons for his actions. I'm unsure how to feel about it. Part of me sees it as just some crazy guy that had no reason, so why worry about it? But then a part of me thinks of the look in his eyes, and the fact that he tried to break in over running away means he had to have had a reason. And either way, if he had gotten in, what he would have tried to do to me is likely just as horrifying, reason or not. As far as I know, he was only imprisoned for a few weeks due to not being sober during his actions, so I'm left to just worry about whether or not he intends on coming back.